and Kitty here to say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop Culture Kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. Sit for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop Culture Kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kitty make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture with Kathy and Kenny, the Pop Culture Kids.
Welcome. It is Sunday night. It is time for your weekly dose of pop culture, coming to you from the North and the South, North Carolina, South Jersey. It is Kathy and Kenny, your Pop Culture Kids. Welcome. Kenny, my brother, how are you this evening?
I am doing good, my sister. I am living the dream.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Happy belated birthday.
Yes.
Eminem.
Thank you. I am now 59 years old and I still look good.
59. All
My
right.
last year of the 50s.
Enjoy.
Mm,
My last year of the 50s went by so quickly. I
mm.
didn't know it. I blinked. I'm 60. It's all
Well, 60,
downhill from
60,
here.
60 is going to be a blast for me. Next year, 60, we're doing it all. We're doing everything. Everything. We're just
Everything.
doing everything. Yeah, we're doing everything.
Everything.
We're doing everything.
Everything.
We're doing everything.
Awesome. Well, welcome. This is our weekly podcast recording where we just talk pop culture. Usually we pick a topic and dissect it. And this week we are dissecting Eddie Murphy and some
But
of his.
before we
Okay, go ahead.
before we start, can
Mhm.
I show you my best birthday gift?
Oh, sure. By all means. By all means.
I got it today. Actually, not only is it my best birthday gift, it's pretty much my only birthday gift. Wah, wah, wah. I know it's kind of sad, but George and my son and daughter-in-law, George and Jess, got me this. Yes, they got me the Black Captain America Sam Wilson statue. This is a McFarlane statue, and I didn't want to take it out of the box because I have some toys and some things that I keep in the box for the value of it. But George is like, yeah, you gotta take that. You gotta take it out the box, take it to work, put it on your desk. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it to work, put it on our desk, and have Captain America standing at me, looking at me.
So you had to keep it mint in box. You couldn't
Yeah, I
keep
would
it
have to
mint
keep it.
in box.
Yeah, I had to keep it mint in box. I couldn't keep it mint in box because, George's like, come on, Dad, open it up. Let's take a look. I want to look at it too. You can't even see the face, and so we opened it up.
All right. All right. Well, since you opened it, uh, hey, Lisa, how are you this evening? Hope you are well. Thank you so much for being here, hanging out with us on a Sunday night. Appreciate you. And to those others hanging out, we appreciate you. And we're going to I say let's dive in. Let's dive in where we
Yeah,
usually
yeah, yeah.
get in where we
And if
fit
you're hanging
in.
out for the first time, give us a hi. Or if you're hanging out for the second time or fourth time, give us a hi in the comments. Let us know you're there and participate in the conversation. Let's start with pop culture news.
It's time for pop culture news with the Pop Culture Kids, Kathy and Kenny.
All right, and pop culture news,
All
and
right.
again, we're starting off kind of on a bit of a bummer, and that is with the passing of Jelly Bean Johnson. And at first, when I saw Jelly Bean, I thought, oh wait, Jelly Bean Benitez? No, but it's Jelly Bean. Uh, oh, she ain't right. She ain't right. Coming in with the comment, how about them Cowboys? Ooh, I haven't even.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Yo, Lisa. I'm not even a football fan, and I don't even watch football like that. But
Mm,
hey, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. You can't win them all.
there
But
you
in any
go.
event, Jelly Bean Johnson was the drummer for
The time.
the time.
Hmm.
So I think it was 779311 where you heard him say, there's a lot of times you hear Morris Day say, Jelly Bean. And then 779, because that drum roll is 779311, and he's Jelly Bean.
Seven
So
seven
he did a lot of
seven
bad
seven seven ninety three
777
11.
9311, yes. And but he was the drummer for the time. He was a producer. He also played guitar. He passed away on the 19th of November. And he was a tall guy. He was the drummer, and it was a cool one. The time is forever going to be a cool band.
Mm-hmm.
These guys came in suits.
COOL. What's that spell?
That smells cool. That smells cool.
C.
Band, yeah. Anybody hot? No.
No.
You know
No,
why?
why? Why?
Because we're cool.
Anyway, yeah.
So rest in
And
peace to
they were
Jelly Bean.
still performing, right? They were still touring
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. They were still touring. They were still touring. And I saw, I think it's his wife. I saw a post where his wife took the last picture that he had been taken. Um, no, the picture was on the 19th. He died on the 21st.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so Jelly Bean. Next in our pop culture news, Power Rangers relaunch. Now,
I mean,
here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Power Rangers. Power Rangers came to America. It was part of the Japanese culture for many, many years, but it came to America in 1992, 1993.
mhm.
And what the Power Rangers was, you took American actors, or you took American actors and used the footage from the Japanese show. So when they were out of the mask, you didn't show the Japanese people, you showed the American people. And that's how it gets. And they put their scripts around what the Japanese did. So the monsters and all that was all them. At one point,
When you
Disney
say
did
all
own
them, what do you mean all them?
all the monsters and everything was all Japanese.
Okay.
And we would add in the actors, and we
Mhm.
would put in instead of having the Japanese actors, we put American actors and make a storyline from that, and then have them fight the monster.
Okay.
So now it seems that that's not going to be the case anymore. Uh, every year there's been a new Power Rangers team. There was one point where it was like 2 years there wasn't, but there's been like 30 different Power Ranger teams. And you got to think it's been going on since 92, 93. Um, Now Super Sentai owns them, and now they're stepping back. And this version of Power Rangers coming out next is going to be all Disney. The monsters, they're not taking any of the Japanese footage at all, because Super Sentai has been on for 50 years, and this year is their last year. They're not doing it. They're not making them anymore. So now that Disney, who owns just about everything, had the rights to Super Sentai, and they are going to do a Power Ranger show, and I would love to see how that looks without the Japanese influence. Are they going to Americanize it too much and mess it up?
Mm-hmm. There's always
You
that
know,
possibility.
because and at one point they were getting a lot of actors from New Zealand,
Okay.
and they were doing that, and that was the thing. So now that they're going to totally Americanize it, I would love to see how that's going to plan out. And this new used to be every Power Rangers show that came on had a link to previous Power Ranger shows. So there'd be one point where the old Power Rangers would come back and help the new Power Rangers in a fight. Now they're starting from scratch. So all that 30-year history that you know from Power Rangers no longer is valid.
Mm-hmm.
So they're starting all over again. So if you go to the Comic Cons and stuff, you meet the Power Rangers and things like that. And Jason David Frank, who was the nicest guy, nicest celebrity I've ever met, was the Green Power Ranger who committed suicide. Um, he was like the nicest guy. And when I heard he did that, I was like totally shocked because you would never think it, but you never know what people are going through. But he was really nice. He's good to his fans. He wasn't snobby like some celebrities at Comic Con would be. So let's see what they do. Let's see what they do under Disney's watch. A lot of people, and this is the same thing as Marvel. When Marvel bought Disney, a lot of Marvel fans was scared about what those movies were going to look like, and what are going to be too Disneyfied and too soft to be a
Well,
superhero movie.
now, what was the first movie when they took over? Was that was that before or after? Um, what's the last one?
What Marvel movie?
Infinity Wars. Or
Well, all of them are on. I think they took over. I don't know when they took over. I have to research that and get back to you. I don't know when
okay,
Disney took over
because
Marvel.
I think there has been a little bit of a quality drop since Infinity Wars, but
In the writing, yeah, yeah. Well, what happened is they built up to Infinity Wars, and then after
right,
Infinity Wars, they didn't know what to do.
exactly.
You spent 10 years building up to Thanos fighting Infinity Wars, and then after that, you had no backup plan.
Right. They didn't have an exit strategy,
You didn't have
so
an exit strategy.
we were getting these,
You were
bits
like
and
you were
pieces,
like
like
Bush in the Middle
because
East. You did
like
not have an exit
what
strategy.
was the third Wasp movie? Was it the second or the third Wasp movie? I don't know. Ant Man and
Ant
the Wasp.
Man,
Hmm.
yeah. The third one,
The third one kind of left me eh. Now the third Guardian of the Galaxies was what
that was awesome.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, if you don't like that one, you don't like that. You don't like superhero movies. That's all I'm saying. If you didn't like that third Guardians of the Galaxy, you don't like superhero movies.
So I did enjoy that, but I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy because to me it brought in that humor, and again jumping over to the DC world, I know everybody likes the James Gunn cut of the um the Justice League movie,
No,
but I
The Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League movie.
Zack Snyder rather. I'm
The
sorry.
Zack Snyder cut. I like the Zack Snyder better than what Josh Whedon did. Too.
Yeah,
Josh
I
Whedon
like
messed it up.
Josh Whedon, but I like that the humor aspect of it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Josh Whedon totally messed it up. He didn't know what
Right.
he was doing.
But now I think he's on the outs anyway because
Yeah,
evidently he ran the sets of Angel and Buffy in a very,
yeah,
misogynistic
not
way.
very. No,
And
it's just like the guy for Nickelodeon, the showrunner of the set
of Dan
sets the
Schneider.
tone,
Oh, definitely.
and yeah, Dan Snyder, yeah, the showrunner sets the tone, and if you're doing stuff that makes people uncomfortable, these actors uncomfortable, you're going to hear about it.
Yeah. I
It's
was
they
reading, and I know we're not doing pop culture news, we're done with news, but I saw a post about Ashley Judd, and I remember there was a time in it seems like the early '90s, maybe like she was in just a run of movies, just crushing it, absolutely crushing it. But then she didn't work for like 20 years, and it all stemmed from her being basically blacklisted because she was invited to a Harvey Weinstein meeting and he was in his bathrobe, offering massages. And she was like, thank you, no. And she was totally blackballed, and which is
Yes, that's a
ridiculous
shame.
because I thought she was an incredible actress.
Yeah.
And when I think about it, I'm like, oh wow, you have not seen her. And
No, you haven't really
how
seen
many
her
other
too much.
people you haven't seen?
Yeah, you haven't seen her too much.
No. Have you seen her? Mhm. Tell me, have you seen her?
Why? Oh, why does she have to leave and go
Uh,
away?
Stop scratching
No.
that record.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Oh, it's one of those nights. Another one of those
Yes.
nights. And you can't
It's
stop the
one of
crying.
those nights.
Now, if you know that movie reference, all right, you are definitely a pop culture kid.
You're definitely a
You
pop
get to
culture
keep your
kid.
pop culture card.
Yes, 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 yes. So tonight we are talking about Eddie Murphy and all the joys that Eddie Murphy has brought us in the movies and on TV
Bef- uh,
and
before
stand
we
up and everything that
okay,
he's
before we
done.
get started, can I ask you, did you watch being
Yes,
called
I did.
being Eddie
Being Eddie.
Murphy?
Yes,
What were
I
your
did. You watch it?
thoughts? I did watch it. I did watch it because
My
I had
thoughts
some
were it
definite
was
thoughts.
okay. I had a couple of thoughts about this.
Okay.
And this is from a conversation I had with George, my son George. Those kind of movies are good. Those kind of documentaries are good. They're better after the person is no longer here and you find out that you dig in and find out stuff that they don't want you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't. It seemed like he was very transparent about himself in his documentary. He's very transparent. And he's very humble. There was a lot of things he said that me as an entertainer was able to learn from because he got to me. He kind of showed you or told you how he kept his humble.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? How he stayed down to earth. So, he's not the person when you go to the party, he's going to be the loudest one there, like you would think he would be. He's not going to be like the party. And someone else said it too. Like I think it was Dave Chappelle who said, "Yeah, Eddie's the guy who's going to be sitting in the back chilling with a drink. Like
Right. Not
he's not going to be
well,
ah."
I used to hate those kind of comics too that were just always on. It's like you're off stage, relax, be a human, and some
Right.
of them had to be the center of attention. And I get it, and it's what makes some people funny. But when you always have to be on, or you always have to be the star, that's exhausting. And
Yeah.
it's not just for you the person, because whatever you're running from or hiding from, you feel like you got to be flashy and showy to people, but also it's exhausting for the people in your orbit. Like,
Yeah.
enough, be real, be
I
human.
I I I as you know, I host a lot of open. I haven't done it in a while, but I host a lot of open mics in this area, in the South Jersey area. And at one point, like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I was hosting like 6 open mics a month. It was a lot.
Mhm.
And I was going to different functions and people were asking me to read it. And I felt like I had to be on every time I got on stage to host because I have to give the energy in the room. And I remember one time I did this one open mic and it was in a coffee house and there was another room. And the coffee house part, no one was sitting in the coffee house part, but me and the barista, the lady who owned the place. And she's like, "Kenny, are you okay?" I'm like, because everybody was in the next room because we were about to start. I'm like, "I am fine. I just need this minute by myself around no one because I don't want to be on. I
Mhm.
want to be off. Like I don't want to if I go out there, I'm gonna have to be on. Right over here in this corner, I could be off and just be myself and chill and drink this hot tea and cool it, you know. So I get it. I totally get it. Like
But
the whole
like
on and off
you have
thing.
to be on even when you're off stage?
In the open mic setting like that is so closed and
Closed.
everybody knows everybody. So I kind of sometimes I do have to be on.
Okay. I
Even
mean,
when I'm not hosting at that time, and it's like before the open mic starts, I'm around the room, I have to be on. Hey Juanita. Um and Juanita's on there. She knows she's a lot of times my open mic, she's my right hand. And she knows like we can't be like we have to keep the energy level of an open mic up. So
mhm.
we can't be like,
No,
oh man, it's so
I mean, I get that. I spent over a year hosting a weekly stand-up gig out in Jersey called Porky's. It was just pretty fun just doing that every week.
Did you
And
get the pig's tooth?
I'm sorry.
Did you get the pig's tooth?
No.
You
Um,
have Porkies. Did you get the pigs? I got the pigs. Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. Go
I
ahead.
honestly don't. I remember seeing Porky's. I don't remember the lines. They weren't that memorable to me. It was it,
What?
it was a good
All
like
right, go
well
ahead.
the
I
one
just story.
scene when they're in the principal's office and the end of the scene kind of cuts to the smiling face of Dwight Eisenhower on the wall. That's like the best scene out of the whole movie. That's the only one I really remember.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
when she wanted to have a lineup for the to find out whose penis it was. Anyway, but sitting the Porkies aside, I I did watch the documentary and I don't know. Like I watched about 45 minutes of it and then I kind of walked away because I had some other stuff to do. But it was such that I could walk away because I felt like even though he was being transparent about a lot of different things, especially like his fallout with SNL and and also the redemption arc where he kind of comes back and hosts and it's one of the best SNLs in years. But I don't know. There was something, and like you said, you find out more about a celebrity or more about them maybe when they pass, but it was kind of nice to have like the subject participating, so you didn't hear stories about them through other people. Although it was nice when they did incorporate that with the other people, whether it was Seinfeld, whether it was Dave Chappelle, but to me it seemed a little too self-aggrandizing.
You think?
That's the vibe I got. Maybe hey, if you're
I
out
didn't
there
get
in the
the
comments and you
self-aggrandize.
saw it,
I got the very humble part of it.
okay. Well, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It is playing on Netflix, so if you
Yes.
want to check that out, or I guess if you don't have Netflix, you can buy the video. I do want to give a plug for some of our links in the description. I know if you are a Black Friday sale kind of person, please check out our link and help us out and support the show because any little thing you buy would really kind of help us out. And I think there's an Amazon Prime link in the description for you as well. Anyway.
Yes.
So
Anyway.
that aside, I didn't do a slideshow presentation, so we'll just talk about some of these characters. And
Okay. So I'm going to start off with this. The world first met Eddie Murphy on SNL when the characters like Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood, Buttweek, Gumby. I'm Gumby, damn it. I never forget when Gumby kicked. Was that when Gumby kicked the kid outside? The kids watching inside on Christmas show. That was funny. That's like you can name some of the things in Too Hot in the Hot Tub, huh? When he did James Brown, and it's like you could name some of the things that Eddie Murphy's done. His stand up in 1983, he put out Delirious. In 1987, he put out Raw. Now, Delirious, I graduated high school in 1984. We went on our class trip. in May of 1984, and I if I had a penny for every time we said Goonie Goo Goo, I would have $1,000,000 because we were Goonie Goo Goo all through that whole at the Delirious. We would tell, hey Gus, Goonie Goo Goo is all we were saying in our high school trip to Florida. That's all we were like, Goonie Goo Goo. Like, so and Raw. I thought Delirious is funnier than Raw. I wasn't too with Raw.
I don't know. Wait, which one is the red jumpsuit?
That's Delirious.
Delirious. Okay.
Hey Ralph, I've been watching you. And I know you know that I know that you know.
Checking out the comments. Lisa saying, I always loved Eddie Murphy's work, starting with Raw, Coming to America 1 and 2. Oh, I did enjoy Coming to America 2. A Thousand Words. I don't know whether I've seen A Thousand Words.
I didn't see 1,000 words.
Harlem Nights, Trading
Life.
Places, Mr. Church. Yep, I did see that one. Beverly Hills Cop, which was her dad's favorite. Uncle Johnny loved Beverly
Uncle
Hills
Johnny.
Cop.
I can see Uncle Johnny there sitting there with a cup of ice, watching Beverly Hills Cop. So so he also had a music career.
Oh yes, my girl likes
Girl
to
wants to party all the
party,
time.
party all the. And you know what? He was such a good mimic as far as doing voices. So
Yes.
I think I think people made fun of him with the singing, but he actually, he did the work and
Yeah.
he could do it. Almost like it kind of reminds me too, like Jamie Foxx. Although Jamie Foxx was like classically trained musician, but again, because he was so adept at doing voices and things, so yeah, he can sing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
give me money.
Well, that's how
Makes
Jamie
him
Foxx got the comedy. He was at a comedy club and he was supposed to be the musical entertainment at the beginning, and the comic that was supposed to be there canceled or didn't show up, and they
mm,
needed somebody interested. So Jamie's like, I'll get up there and do some comedy. So he got up there. He was supposed to be the musician that night, and he got up, and that's how he got his start in comedy. And I
awesome,
got that story straight from my buddy Sid, who got it straight from Jamie Foxx.
nice.
So but Party All the Time. He had another song, it was that he did with
Michael Jackson,
no, not that one. I didn't put it on here, but he had another song that he did with one of the Marleys, one of Bob Marley's sons.
Ziggy.
I think he did it with Ziggy. And it
Hmm.
was there's a video with Eddie Murphy playing the guitar. So when you look at being Eddie, you see a bunch of guitars in his house because he is a musician. He can play.
Nice, nice.
And What's Up With You, which is on my playlist. I like What's Up With You. That's the one he did with
Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson. What's Up With You?
And he
Um,
also, well, he didn't sing in it, but he uh, played the king in the Michael Jackson video, Remember the Time.
yes, yes. And also he did some singing in Dreamgirls.
Oh, yeah, in Dreamgirls.
And Dreamgirls.
He
Now,
in the documentary, he seems a little bitter about not being, not getting an Oscar.
yeah, not getting an Oscar. I wanted to talk about that
Okay.
because what role do you think he should have got an Oscar for?
It's so hard because they like comedy is so underrated. To me, comedy is one of the hardest things to do. But there have been some standout comedic performances, but they don't even get nominated. You know,
Yeah,
before the show started, I was watching Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams, which I thought that was superb. I don't know, maybe he was nominated for it. I don't know, but it's kind of hard. And action films, I mean, forget it. How many action
yeah,
film actors actually get nominated? I don't know whether a role like Mr. Church would have been considered his like Oscar. I gotta stop with the stupid air quotes.
yeah. This
But Mr.
Oscar.
Oscar, Mr. Church would have been an Oscar maybe worthy performance. on definitely Dreamgirls could at least got
Dreamgirls would have been an
supporting.
Oscar worthy. But you know what? I mean, some people would argue that The Nutty Professor would be an Oscar performance because of what he did with that part.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He's at and they went over that in Being Eddie, where I guess the producer, the showrunner, whatever, said that here's Eddie doing every different character with different voices, and and he tells a story about how when he did Coming to America,
Oh,
he's
Jesse
at the after
Jackson.
party, and Jesse
Yeah.
Jackson walks up to him and goes, "Yeah, I appreciate you giving these older actors a part." And Eddie Murphy, that was me.
I ain't give him the work. That was all me.
That was me doing all those parts. He goes, "Oh man, I gotta watch it again now." That was him and Arsenio Hall doing all the parts. And I mean, in Nutty Professor, he did all those parts, and Shrek, his vocals are like if he didn't get an Oscar for Shrek, and he pretty much carried the movie.
Hmm.
And from what I was told, Michael Myers, after Eddie did his part, Michael Myers had to go back and redo some of his parts because Eddie kind of upstaged the whole thing. Because it's Eddie Murphy. I mean, come on.
Right, right.
What are you going to do?
Because I think when they do those animated um, movies, a lot of times it's a little more difficult because if you think about, and again, I don't have film experience per se, but from doing stage productions and plays, part of the energy of performing comes from reading and delivering your lines to the other people in the room, and you kind of play off them. I know when I did Raisin in the Sun, I felt like my performance was kind of enhanced by Jordan, uh, my co-star, who playing my son, like he was giving me some good stuff to feed off of.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I got,
I mean,
you
and
get
that goes with
into it.
everything.
Yeah.
Because I had a conversation the other night at an open mic Friday night. Me and my buddy Chris, Chris,
Mhm.
Chris Rockwell, another person, this young lady Maria was asking us, about poetry, and she's like, I perform, Chris performed, and she's like, well, I really like this. This is not what I thought poetry was going to be, and we had to explain that we feed off of each other. When we do poetry readings, when we do things, and especially when we do shows, we feed off each other. Like we see somebody else get up there and they have that energy, you got to keep that energy level right. You got to keep it up. And we were talking about a night where, and you were there that night. It was in April, and they had all these poets, and all these poets were going. And I was supposed to be out, and I usually host this event, but they wanted me to be one of the special poets in the April Poetry Month thing. And I said, no, I'm hosting because I see the list, and I'm not going after anybody in that list. I'm not going after anybody in that list. I'll host. I'll keep my stuff to the side. I will host. And everybody that spoke that night was great because we're feeding off of each other's energy, and that's what you do. And it's like that in comedy, and you have to fill the room and get the energy off the room. It's like that in acting. It's like that in any performance. When you're on stage with somebody, that energy that you feel helps you feed. I remember years and years ago, I was hanging out at this jazz club, and there was a guy playing rock guitar, this really good guitar player named Storm. Him and his drummer were practicing some stuff, and this guy Mike, who was like a indie rock singer, got up and started singing, and I'm sitting there just having my drink, and he's like, "And Kenny's got the mic, Kenny's got the mic," and I'm like, "I do." And I got up and I started spitting spoken word after this rock singer, and then this young lady on the side got up, and she was a jazz singer. She was a phenomenal jazz singer. And I can't remember her name. She started scatting. So you had a rock singer, a poet, and a jazz singer. And it was like, and this guitar player just playing, and everybody's just vibing and feeding off each other. We went for 20 minutes going back and forth. You had to vibe off each other.
Definitely. All right. So vibing off of this list, where are you starting with? And again,
Well,
the list
before
is
I
in no
start,
particular order, or is it?
it is.
Oh, it is.
It is
Okay.
a little bit of order, a little bit of order. I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up.
Okay.
I got 10. Now look, we only got an hour. We only have an hour. That's going to be our next shirt. We only have an hour. Pop Culture Kids. But number 10, I'm going to put my favorite Eddie Murphy movie. Why we?
Okay. I'm
Which is Norbit.
sorry. I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
live
okay.
happens, babe. Live happens.
Yeah, live happens. Live happens. Which is Norbit. I love Norbit. I know it's very offensive in a lot of different ways, but it's Eddie Murphy. He's playing like 3 different characters in this movie, and each of them are different with different voices. And the fact that Eddie Murphy hasn't gotten an Oscar for the way that he can do things like this, play 2 different characters, and change the voice of these characters and change the mannerisms of these characters like this is beyond me. But one reason I like this is because of the work he did in this, where it's like you really think Rasputin is a real person. And you think Wong, the guy who raised them, is another real person.
Right.
2 different actors. You think there's 3 different actors in this movie, and it's the same guy in costume with different voices. And I like watch Being Eddie. I like them showing a video of him getting made up in the costumes and him trying the voices, like him
Hmm.
trying the voices as they're making him up in the costume, so he can get the right voice and the right feel for it. Next, we have Life, a movie I haven't seen. Really. I've seen parts of it. I'm not good with prison movies because these guys are locked up for life. So
Okay.
I didn't see Life.
Well, that
I've
was
seen
actually
bits and pieces of it.
he was
It's really
actually
fun.
starring with his future father-in-law.
Yes, yes, in Life. And there's a line in Life, and I've seen the clip that references to one of the other movies on our list, Harlem Nights. But there's a line in that where he's fighting a big guy, and he goes, "I know a woman named Della that hits harder than that."
Oh, that's funny.
And number 8, we have The Nutty Professor,
Oh, the Nutty Professor.
where
One.
he plays the
What?
whole family,
Hmm.
and he plays Buddy Love, and he plays himself. And the one scene in Nutty Professor that I love, and this is what Dave Chappelle talked about in Being Eddie, because that's the first time Dave Chappelle met Eddie Murphy. Um, and then Dave Chappelle even then said that Eddie Murphy was in the makeup, the fat makeup, and he didn't know who he was.
Hmm.
He didn't realize that was Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
And
wow.
then when Eddie Murphy becomes Buddy Love, he gets Dave Chappelle back, and that is my favorite scene from the movie when he's getting Dave Chappelle back. You know, he's like, Teeth, I don't know what it is. I don't know what to laugh or kick a field goal. It's funny stuff. It's funny stuff.
It is funny.
So,
Lisa's saying that she liked Norbit too. She brought the CD. I don't know whether I think I'm trying to think if I've even seen Norbit.
Norbit is funny.
I wonder, is it on
I don't know what it's on. It might be on some. I'll see. I'll find out what it's on. I'll see. But Norbit is hilarious. Next we have Beverly Hills Cop. Beverly Hills
Beverly Hills
Cop comes
Cop.
in at number 7, and it comes so low on this because the other ones but ahead of it are so great to me. And
Yeah, I would have put
and
Beverly
Beverly,
Hills Cop higher because
but the other ones to me, I was
I am
moving
your
around the list. I'm
worst
like,
nightmare.
yeah, no, that's not Beverly Hills Cop.
That's oh
That's
oh no
You're
no I'm
thinking about
sorry.
another
Oh,
movie.
okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting that confused with
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop is. He just threw me with he just threw me through a window. Like, what's the penalty if I get hit by a car? Jaywalking. So
now. Hey,
so no, if I get thrown out of a car.
did you see the update version the
Axel
new
F. Yes, I
okay
saw Axel F. And I like
okay
that. I like Axel F. Axel F. was good.
I enjoyed it, and you know what was fun too because like part of the fun of Beverly Hills Cop, the energy of it, and that opening scene with the neutron dance from the Pointer Sisters, and they opened
Yeah,
it with the same kind of like, crazy chase scene using that same song. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, go ahead. It
yeah.
just gave you all the feels. It's like, oh, thank
It's
you,
it's
thank
like
you.
it's like
We
it's
love
like
that
it's like
nostalgia.
it's like in the Footloose remake they use "Let's Hear It for the Boy." You get that nostalgia in there, boom.
Oh yeah, gives you all the
So
feels.
at number 5,
Hmm.
10, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. At number 6, we have Boomerang.
Oh, oh, I thought this. Okay, I thought some of the insights from the documentary were very interesting with Boomerang. That people had a problem with Boomerang because it was
Yes.
showing African American urban professional like puppies.
Yeah.
It was like the ultimate puppy movie, and
And it was a problem because they were like, we're the white people. And no, and you know what? When I saw Boomerang, that is not what I was thinking about.
I what where are the white
I
people?
wasn't I wasn't looking at Boomerang saying, "Oh, where all the white folks at?" I was looking at Boomerang like, "Yo, this guy Boomerang Marcus was a player. He reminded me of me.
Oh, wait a minute.
I
Okay, now you out
identified
there
with
on your
Marcus.
own.
I identified with Marcus because it was like he's doing me. Somebody's writing my story. I've had my heart broken that bad. I've had to, do things with older women that I didn't want to do just to get ahead. Marcus, darling. Can we get a little darker in here? Next, we have on our list Harlem Nights,
Ah.
which got everybody and his mother saying who saw this movie saying, got my mouth all water for orange juice and they end up with a swallow.
A swallow.
Yeah, a swallow.
You shut off my pinky toe.
Oh, you want to use garbage and whatnot. you want to use
Bella Reese.
oh you want to use garbage and whatnot. Oh,
I'm sorry. Oh.
that I mean that scene right there, watching him and Della Reese in the alley, that scene right there is worth the whole movie. And it's so much the Harlem Nights is worth like when the mafia guy calls up his family, like, yeah, I'm not coming home. I'm not. I'm not coming home. Yeah, get your mom on the phone. Yeah, yeah, I'm not coming home. Yeah, bye. Yeah, take it easy. Click. I'm not coming home. And then in the scene where he's talking, you really should apologize. And they're
But
going back and forth with it.
that was also his I think that was his directorial debut.
Yes, it was
And
his
but
directorial
and
debut.
again, he's getting to direct a movie with like his comedy hero, because again they talked about some of his comedy heroes like with the puppets at the end of the B and
Yeah,
Eddie documentary,
yeah,
Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor, and Paul Mooney as well. But
yes.
but yeah, he got to direct them, or like Red Fox. He even spilled the tea on Red Fox because he said he was
Yeah,
on
well,
it.
he said, the Red Fox, with the drugs and everything, and I like the way Red Fox and Rick James died penniless, and he helped bury them,
Hmm.
and he put a stone on the real buckwheat. He put a stone on his gravesite because there was no stone on the real buckwheat. He didn't have any money, and
Right.
it's a cautionary tale of a lot of, especially black actors from the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, not having anything. Not only actors but musicians too. It's the same reason that Elvis had to help Jackie Wilson when he
Right.
had a stroke, because a lot of these people, they were signing contracts that did not benefit them, and they did bad things with their money, and they
Hmm.
weren't used to having the money. So when they got the money, they lived it up.
Oh, definitely.
So this is
You
what you
know,
have.
this is making me want to go see Harlem Nights again.
I love the scene with him and the lady there, the one from because she's from the Jeffersons, when she's like, and we're gonna make love all night, and Richard probably looks at, how about if we make love good and hard for like 15 minutes? And then,
Oh.
I'm gonna do it all night, Daddy. He's like, how about he's like, how about we do it for just 15 minutes real hard and then go to sleep? Like
Then take a nap.
as we do the before we do the last five, Kathy, tell them how they can support us because we're almost done anyway.
Okay. Well, you're already supporting us so much. We thank you so much for watching. We just ask if you're here, if you haven't, to click that thumbs up, that like button, because that does help us in the algorithm. If you want to let us know where you're from, any comments also helps us, as well as your subscriptions. You can follow us for more information on our website.
What?
Yeah, I practiced this. I've done this before. KathyandKenny.com. Where you can find more, including our weekly blog, which we haven't blogged in, I don't know, a blog's age, but we'll blog soon again. Who
No
knows?
blocks.
So
No blocks.
come sign up on the website and it'll give you some kind of alert. We don't we ask for your email, but don't we don't bug you. We don't sell it. We don't even bother you. But we do want to collect the emails because when we come out with our pop culture kid cards so that you can have
Uh,
your little card,
uh,
we want to make
oh,
sure that
man.
our true fans get theirs first. So he is having spasms back there. But anyway, we thank you for being here. Appreciate you. What's up? I'm trying
You,
to
you,
do a
you kill
plug.
me. So sometimes I because you kill me. You kill me. I'm sitting over here cracking up because you're like, yeah, we email, but we're not going to use it for anything. We're just going to use it. I'm like,
What? I mean,
oh,
we're
oh
not
man, that's
we're
funny.
supposed to
That's
collect
some
those
funny stuff.
emails. I don't know.
That is hilarious. I'm sitting back here cracking up because you're so funny to me. Um, we're going to go on our list. We're going to top 5. Number 5, Trading Places.
Ah, trading places.
Trading Places. Did not did not tell you. Did not say the limo, the phone in the limo was busted. Yeah, man, the phone in the limo busted. What are you, stupid? Yeah.
Now, again, who I don't remember. Who do you remember who directed Trading Places?
I do not remember who
Was
directed
it
Trading Places.
John Landis?
It might have been, and I
Because
will find out.
I think I think he had a clip in the movie being Eddie, and was Trading Places the first movie or
No,
was
no, no,
okay?
no, no,
It
no,
wasn't the
no. That wasn't the
first.
first. That wasn't the first. Trading Places
Okay.
was not the first.
No, it was
But
okay. Forget, yeah.
Trading Places was directed by John Landis. Yes.
John Landis. Okay, because he did.
Trading Places was directed
They
by
did
John
an
Landis.
interview with him, as well as it was creeping me out too, because like Charlie Murphy, his brother, was being interviewed too, and he has
Yes.
since passed. So evidently,
Yes.
this project has been in the making and in the works for quite a
I
while.
felt I felt the closeness that he had with his brother
Oh,
Charlie.
definitely, yeah.
I felt the closeness that he had with his brother Charlie.
Hmm.
It wasn't a fake thing at all
Oh
with
no,
them.
no.
It was a closeness. And speaking of closeness with siblings, I've had comments from people about us. People say,
Who
"Oh
are
man, I
we?
love the way you." I've had people say to me, "I love the way you and your sister, banter back and forth. You guys are like." And I have had
You
people say,
guys
"I
are
wish
like
I had a bit
you
of."
guys are like siblings.
Yeah,
It's like you're
I've had people.
related or something,
I've had people say to me.
dude.
I've had people say to me, "I wish I had a." I had people say to me, "I wish I was like that with my sibling," or
Uh,
something like that. I said, "Well, my sister's a pain in the ass," but
and so is
I
my
don't,
younger brother.
yeah.
Just
So,
throwing that
but
in
okay.
there.
So next at the Trading Places, we have Shrek.
Ah, Shrek, the Shrek of it.
And I had Shrek low on the list. And after talking to my son and talking to George, I had to bring Shrek up because George said to me, if you go to somebody and say, give me any line, give me 3 lines from the movie um, that Donkey said in Shrek. Give me 3 donkey lines.
Hmm.
And he goes, people automatic, and he said to me, give me 3, and I was able to give him 3 donkey lines. Then he looked over at his wife, he says, and she wasn't in on the conversation. She said, hey, she goes, what? She goes, give me 3 donkey lines. Boom, just like that. And I tried it with somebody else. Give me 3 donkey lines. And Donkey was
He
Donkey
was on
carried the
point.
movie.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
I remember that.
In the morning, dang, Shrek, what you that? Oh, what's that smell? Shrek, I had my mouth open. So, that's a nice boulder. That's a real nice boulder. I like that boulder. So, so that's Shrek. Which comes to my one question I'm gonna ask you, Kathy, and one thing I'm gonna let people know. What was the top grossing movie that Eddie Murphy has done?
Um,
Top
the
grossing movie for Eddie Murphy.
the highest grossing, the top grossing movie,
Highest
Eddie.
grossing movie for Eddie Murphy.
I'm going to guess. God, I'm torn between Coming to America and 48 Hours.
Oh, stop
Is
being torn because you'd be wrong with either one.
Oh, you're kidding.
The highest grossing movie
Shrek?
for is no, not Shrek, not even Shrek. The highest grossing movie that Eddie Murphy was ever in was Shrek 2.
Oh, Shrek 2. Oh, wow.
Because after he did Shrek, people want to come back to Shrek 2. You got to think, people are taking themselves, they're taking their kids. Shrek is a big thing. So Shrek 2 was the highest grossing movie that Eddie Murphy's highest grossing movie that he was in. All right, top 3. Top 2 rather. Number 2, Coming to America.
Oh, Coming to America is a classic.
Is that Velvet? And if you watch Being Eddie, the showrunner for Being Eddie said that he was able, dressed as the old Jewish man, he was able to walk around the lot and not be bothered because nobody knew it was him.
Oh, that's cool.
Nobody knew it was Eddie Murphy. He was able to walk around a lot like that. You know. So, here for sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
This movie was just such a classic. Now, this one, I probably could do 3 lines from it. No problem. Sexual chocolate.
You had a young Sam Jackson in this movie. Oh, this scene, yeah. This scene was funny too. This is and Arsenio Hall played a lot of roles in this
He
movie
had
also.
multiple roles too, yeah. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, he had multiple roles too. And he was like, "Oh, and I want to eat your friend too." And they're like, "Yo,
Yeah, that
yeah,
that had to be
yeah."
fun. And
And
that had to be
Arsenio
hard
Hall,
work too, because can you imagine you had to be in costume and then switch out and all the work. Plus, oh my gosh,
well,
it featured one of my favorite Jackie Wilson songs, "To Be Loved." Oh,
here's the thing too. Each costume change took about 4 hours.
oh yeah, because they had all the prosthetics and hair
Yeah,
and
yeah.
makeup and yeah.
So it took about 4 hours to do. I like the Reverend.
Oh yeah.
And then when the guy kisses the Reverend, the singer kisses the Reverend's like, the heck, he's wiping his face off and everything.
uh, McDowell's.
McDowell's. See, they got 2 M's. We got one. And
Uh,
I'm sorry. Lisa's sister was way prettier than her.
Sexual chocolate.
The younger sister was way prettier than Lisa, the main
The
girl
main
that he
girl.
was going after. Yeah, the young sister was way better looking.
Oh,
She was way
hating on
better
Sherry
looking.
Headley.
And I like, yeah, well, I like the way too in this movie, 48 Hours. Remember, they did, I mean, Coming to America, they did a homage to Trading Places, where the two guys that were bums who
Oh yeah,
lost their
yeah,
money in
yeah.
Trading Places came knocking on the window, and he gave them all that money, and now they, it'd been nice that these guys had lived and they were able to do a sequel to that, and these guys come back and
Oh, that would
put
have
the
been
universe
awesome.
together like that. That would have been awesome.
Oh, remember
So,
young Eric LaSalle? Gosh,
oh yeah,
before
a young
ER.
Eric LaSalle. You got your soul glow. And I like the way the actress who played the one he was wed to, she's still like in the Coming to America too. She's still hopping around going ooh 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 ooh. I'm like, she has not been doing that for
Ah.
30 years. She has not been doing that for 30 years. Get out of here. Get out of here. But yeah, I mean, you had a
Awesome.
superb cast. You had John Amos, you had James Earl Jones, you had, it's just superb cast. What's her name? Sinclair,
Madge Sinclair.
Mash Sinclair. You had a superb cast for that, and that's what that. And Coming to America is a classic, which leads us to our number one Eddie Murphy movie on my list. And you might say that there were funnier movies or better movies, but this is number one to me because this is the first movie that this man did while doing Saturday Night Live. And he thought this movie was going to be a one off. He says it in the thing. He says, I didn't know it was going to be this. I didn't know I was going to be a movie star. I thought this was going to be a one off thing. 48 hours. When he lights up, when he comes, yeah, yes. When he comes on, the first thing
You know
you
what? I
hear,
didn't know that song until I didn't know that song until Eddie Murphy did it in that movie. Then I had to
you
go
know
investigate. And I not before that scene in 48 Hours. Oh no, 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 sir.
Roxanne? Yeah, it was on
That's the movie
MTV.
goes, I'm your worst nightmare. But
Yes, that's the movie where I'm the worst nightmare. I'm an N word with a badge.
and that movie, I think originally was supposed to be a Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder vehicle
No,
because
no, no,
th-
no.
that's what they said in the
Trading,
documentary.
no, no. Trading Places was to be Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder.
Oh, I thought this one was.
No, Trading Places was to be Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder,
Oh, you're
and
right.
Richard
You're
Pryor
right.
got
That's
on
right.
fire. Yes,
Right.
yeah.
That's right.
Cause can you see Gene Wilder being a cop? No, you can't.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. All right. Chill.
I have much respect for Gene Wilder. He's a very funny guy. I love
But
Gene
I'm
Wilder in a
thinking
lot of movies.
trading places. But
Trading
okay.
Places was the movie that was supposed to be Richard Pryor and
Not
Gene
48
Wilder,
hours.
but
Okay.
Richard
I got
Pryor caught on fire, so here you go.
okay.
And you have 48 Hours, which was I put it as number one because it was his first movie role, which if you watch Dr. Manning, he thought was going to be just a one off. Even though they had a contract for him to do other movies, he didn't think he was going to be doing other movies. He didn't know if this is going to make it, to be a good movie.
Hmm.
And 48 Hours is such a great movie, and it has a lot of other stars in it. The guy from the Warriors, I forget his name, but
Oh, the
um
Warriors.
yeah, the guy played Ajax in the Warriors. He was in it.
Oh, okay. Now I got to look at the list of stars
Yeah.
of that movie because
But I mean, um, 48 hours was the breakthrough for Eddie Murphy. And I mean, you have to get this movie and any list that you put Eddie Murphy movies on, you have to put this on the list.
I, it's a shame that I don't think Hollywood necessarily like when it comes to Oscars and things they don't take comedians as serious actors. But if you think about um, some of the best to me dramatic performances oftentimes come from comedians. If you look at Robin Williams' body of work and
Yes.
some of his
Yes.
best roles have
Yes.
been, you know, and even I mean, well, Tom Hanks wasn't a stand-up comedian per se, but he got his success um,
And comedy.
in comedy, and but
Michael
yet
Keaton.
Michael Keaton, and I think part of it is even though people and again, having done stand up, and even though most of my stage work in community theater is usually has been comedies because I don't sing, so I don't do musicals per se. But some of the work I've been most proud of has been in more dramatic fare and things that had to kind of stretch my abilities and pull on those
Right.
emotions because I think comedians do have that ability to kind of pull on
Yeah. Oh
uh,
yeah. Of
different
course.
different emotional levels. Because to me,
My,
the
I'm
best
sure you
comedy
will.
comes from a kernel of truth, and a lot of times that kernel of truth is rooted in some, you know,
I mean,
reality
comedy is
on the
not
darker
easy.
side.
Comedy is not easy.
Mm-mm.
It's not easy at all. I tried it and I bombed a lot of times trying it. Matter of fact, I remember going to Second Street with you and trying it, and they flickered the light on me because I told a joke that was so bad, I wasn't even up my 5 minutes. And they started flicking the light on me like, yo, trash down. Like
Yeah.
I told a joke so bad that it was like the room went silent and then everybody goes, ooh. And I'm like, uh-oh, this is not my crowd. And the thing about it is that I remember back then I had a girlfriend and it was Portia. And I remember you and Portia sitting in our living room and me doing my act. And you guys looking at me like, this isn't funny. And I'm like, yeah, it'll work. It'll work. It'll work. And then I went with you to the comedy club and it didn't work. And the one time I actually was funny, nobody came. Nobody, you wasn't with me. My friends weren't with me. Nobody was with me. But one time I remember going with my friends to the comedy club and I bombed so bad. I'm walking out, me, Mark, and Preston are walking to my car. And Preston goes, everything's quiet because I bombed that bad. Everybody's quiet. And Preston goes, so Kenny, do you plan out what you're going to say? You just make it up as you go along. And then not only did I bomb, but with the icing on the cake, when we got to my car, it was broken into, and it took all my cassette tapes except for my Prince tapes.
Oh, nice. At least they save you little
So,
Prince tapes.
the actor is James Remar, who was in the Warriors, and he
Okay.
played the bad guy. He played Gantz
Okay.
on 48 Hours.
All right. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember James Remar.
Yeah, because he was the guy in the Warriors who got arrested in the park.
Right.
The one
You.
that kept wanting to fight everybody.
Yeah. I definitely remember the Warriors.
Yeah, I just watched the Warriors the other day.
Oh, I haven't seen it in a while. I
I
had the
just I,
DVD at one point because I again and sometimes in that Black Friday bin at Walmart you can find some good classics.
yeah, I think Warriors is on Tubi now. I think
Okay. So
so.
where
It's
are we
free.
traveling in the world on tomorrow? You know what? The next time we do a tribute show, we need to tweet out or try to DM whoever we're doing the tribute to. Because who knows? Maybe they'll tune in.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they want. Maybe they want to be a part of it.
You
You know?
never know.
Can
And
we
it's
say what we're talking about next week?
we have not, but we could
Okay.
because we didn't talk about is pick of the week, and I keep forgetting to include it on the notes so that we could
Okay.
make
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
pick of the week. But you
Yeah.
know
You
what?
didn't make a pick of
If
the
I
week.
could throw out a pick of the week, actually have two, and I think you can catch them on TBS because they keep playing them because we are in that Christmas season, even though we haven't even had Thanksgiving yet, but they are starting with the Christmas movies. And
Yes, they are.
you know what show I saw twice? It was on two different times. I watched it once and I saw that it was on again. I didn't watch it a second time, but A Year Without a Santa Claus. It's one of those Baskin
Yeah.
Bass and Rankin
Is
Baskin
that the one with
Rankin
Heat Miser and Freeze Miser?
exactly.
Okay.
I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Hot. Anyway, but again, watching it, and it's that stop motion animation that you might remember from Davy and Goliath if you're that old. And Yeah, if you're 59, you are that old. So,
Oh, don't put me on blast. No, why you gotta put me on blast?
hey,
Why
I'm
you gotta throw me out
61.
on Front Street?
I'll put you on front and broad. Anyway, but uh but I was watching it and it just gave me all the feels. It's it and you watch it and part of you goes, wait a minute, when I was younger, it was like a fascinating story, and this was like the ultimate you know, in animation at the time. And it's that stop motion where they had to like move the puppet, take the picture, move it, take the, and I'm like, how did we think this was like, like the ultimate fun thing? And then the little cheesy
It's
songs that come in.
amazing. It's amazing how many cartoons I watch now that I used to watch back in the day that I'm looking at. I'm like, this was so cheesy. How did I love
E-
it back then?
Exactly. It's
Even when I watch the old Super Friends episodes, I'm like,
this is like major, it was Chuck E. Cheese. It was so cheesy. It was,
yeah.
it was
Like,
that
have you ever
cheesy.
seen? Have you ever seen the old Hercules episodes?
No.
Hercules, he was a
He
song and story with Newt and
Hercules.
everything.
Uh-huh.
Oh, go on YouTube and watch one of those, and you'll really be like, I used to love this.
I,
Like
I
this
used
was
to, I know I was jamming with this. Oh, and my second Christmas movie recommend is I watched this yesterday too when I was cleaning. It was Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. Have you ever seen
Oh
that one?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen that one.
And you know what it
I seen
reminds
it
me
once.
of?
I wasn't really thrilled with it.
Okay. Did you ever see a movie with Goldie Hawn and Burt Reynolds called Best Friends?
No.
Okay, I would do this as a double feature. Okay, so this is my pick for the week. Best Friends, which was Burt Reynolds, Goldie Hawn, and basically they're traveling across country. They're screenwriters and they work together and they're working on a screenwriting, but they also have to like they also wind up visiting each other's families and that whole dynamic and how it plays out in their relationship and the different things. Well, um Four Christmases is pretty much the same exact movie, only it's around a Christmas theme. But there's just something like a funny Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn kind of reminds me of Ryan Reynolds. It's like, yeah, you're doing the same character. Like it's his Wedding Crashers character, pretty much
Mhm.
in every movie. The
Well, Vince
breakup,
Vaughn does the same character in a lot of his films.
yeah, the breakup. It's the
Yeah,
same
Vince,
character, but
yeah.
I
Mr. and
really
Mrs.
found
Smith.
it
He plays the
endearing
same
in
guy.
Four Friends.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He
mean,
plays the
Four
same guy.
Christmases.
Vince is
Four,
Vince
not to
Vaughn
be
is another
confused with
person who
Four
plays the
Friends.
same
Four
guy.
Friends will be my pick for another movie, but that's
Yeah.
just my pick of the week. I don't know if you had any pop
My
culture
pick of
thing
the
you were
week.
hot about this week.
My thing of the week. My thing is not a thing of the week. It's thing of the season.
Mhm.
Of the whole it's a show, TV show that I think is funny. It's called Ghost, and this is going to link up to pop culture news because Rose McIver, who is a lead in this song in this TV show, used to be a Power Ranger back in the day,
Okay.
and now she's star of a major sitcom, Ghost. And Ghost is this man and woman, this husband and wife buys a castle or buys a big house, inherits a house. They don't buy it; they inherit a house from her family, and it's haunted with ghosts. And the first day they're there, she has a fall down the stairs, which is a life threatening fall. And now she woke up, she can actually see the ghost. So she can communicate with the ghost. The husband can't, but he believes they're there and he knows they're there. But she can communicate. So the whole show
So
is
do we know whether
these.
she is alive? What if
Yeah,
she's
she's
actually a
alive.
ghost?
She's alive. Because she's interacting with her husband and other
Okay.
people around the world. So she's alive.
Okay. Now,
And
where do you see this?
this is on I'm going to say it's on CBS. Yes,
CBS? I think it
it's on
is CBS.
CBS, and you can watch the if you miss it on the night it comes out, which is Thursday, you can watch it on Friday on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
But Ghost is funny. It has different ghosts who die, and what the thing is, the ghosts are stuck there because they die on that property
Oh,
So
okay.
you have a Native American who died on that property way back in the 1700s. You have a Viking who died on that property way back in the 1500s. You have a revolutionary guy who died on the property in the 1600s, something like that. You have her aunt, her great aunt who died on that property, like,
So if
early in
I
the
have
19th century.
is it Paramount Plus or
Paramount Plus, yeah. And
Paramount
then
Plus?
you
Okay.
have a jazz singer who died on that property.
All right.
And what happened is the one ghost son killed the jazz singer. So to their friends,
Well, wait, don't
but
give
her
away
son
plot
killed her.
points because if I go back and watch it, what season is it in?
It's like five.
Oh, five. Oh, it's
And
been
then,
on a
yeah,
while.
it's
I
been in a
wonder how
while.
come I didn't
And
know.
then yeah, Ghost is funny. And then you have one guy who's on there who died. How did he die? Oh, he was a scoutmaster and a travel agent,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought his troop to this place to hunt and whatever and show them how to live outdoors. And he got an arrow through his neck,
Okay.
and that
All
killed
right.
him. So his ghost character walks around with an arrow in his neck
I got to check it out. I've
because that's how he
I
died.
don't even think I've seen promos for it. And actually,
Yeah,
the
Ghost
last
is
show you
funny.
recommended comedy was uh The Neighborhood or whatever. And I actually have watched a couple of those episodes because they come on Nick at Night early in the morning when I'm waking up and getting
Oh, the
dressed.
neighborhood is funny. The neighborhood is
Yeah.
hilarious.
But I've enjoyed that show. That I wound up catching some of those episodes. But
The
Ghost, I
neighborhood
don't
makes
think
me
I've
want to
seen.
watch.
So and is it not was it not based on a UK series almost like The
Yes,
Office?
it's based on a UK series, the Ghost UK.
Okay. All right. All right,
But
sweet. So
I
there
tried
you
to
go.
watch Ghost. I tried to watch Ghost UK, but it was UK, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll go with the American one.
Okay. Well, I love those accents. So
Yeah, it looked too. It's just the UK one looked too dark.
all right, Harlem Nights Life, one of the greatest gatherings of all times of comedians. Oh yeah, Harlem Nights definitely was a great someone
Yes,
weighing
Harlem
in.
Nights. Harlem Nights was a great, like, you had Rick Box,
I almost want to
you had
watch
Eddie
Harlem
Murphy.
Nights, but I gotta pack because I know we probably won't have a show next Sunday. I forgot about that.
Next Sunday we have a show. Next Sunday we have a show.
We will.
Are you leaving next Sunday?
I am. I'll be on the
Okay,
road. I
so
mean,
we're
we
not
could
gonna have
have
a
a
next
show.
show.
It
We're not
probably
gonna have
won't
a
be with me.
Okay, we're not gonna have a show next Sunday because of the holidays. But the Sunday after that, we will have a show, and I don't
Okay.
know what we're going to be talking about, but we're going
Because
to be
I'll
talking about
probably be
something.
like I'll be driving up tomorrow, Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever driving happens, and then but I have to be at work Monday, so I'll probably have to come back by Sunday.
And I will say that not next Sunday because we'll be taking off, but the show after that, we will have some giveaways, especially for our regular viewers that come on here. We have some really cool giveaways
Oh,
and a way to get the giveaways. So stay tuned.
stay tuned. Well, if you visit kathyandkenny.com, sign up um, uh, on our website. Doesn't cost you anything, but then we'll have your information so we can send you information for those giveaways that are coming. All right, what else you got?
I got nothing. It's way past our time.
Oh yeah, it's way past our time and way past my bedtime. I gotta drive a bus in the morning. Oh, and the route starts
Well,
at like
I
seven
finally got
o'clock,
my
seven
car back,
fifteen.
so I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning.
Okay, 'cause, oh, are you driving all the way into work? Or are you driving
No,
to a commute
I'm
point?
gonna take the speed line, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm feeling good about that. I'm
Okay.
feeling good
Well,
about
I
that.
gotta drive the big yellow limousine, and it leaves. I gotta be at the school to get on it and do all my pre-checks or whatever, so that I can start my route at 7:15.
Yeah, that sucks for you. But I'll
Sounds
be in bed
trippy.
by some. I'll be driving down the highway on 715. But we will be taking a week off next week. And we might do a small video to post.
Maybe on
Since Kathy and I will
Saturday,
both be, yeah, maybe Saturday we'll do a
because
small video to
we'll
post.
be here all week, and maybe we can do. Um, oh, you know what? That's a great idea. We might be able to, if we don't stream it, but maybe just record it and just
Yeah,
record some of our favorite picks. Um,
yeah.
yeah, I got ideas now.
Maybe a little pop culture news thing we'll do.
Oh, we could do some pop culture news. Oh, sure.
Some pop culture, yeah, a little pop culture news thing.
Woo.
So, but then the week after that, we will be back, and we don't know the topic yet, but we will figure it out. We will let you know. In the meantime, in between time,
Oh,
y'all
also
have
say
a
shout out and
safe.
thank you to our friends and things and followers on Facebook because we made a couple of posts asking for your favorite Eddie Murphy movies, and we really appreciate that feedback.
What you think about Leo's thing about having Robin Williams and Eddie Murphy in a movie together?
Oh, I
I
thought
thought
that,
it would be too much. I thought them in the movie together would be too much.
but again, it depends on the right director can be able to bring out, you know,
Yeah,
what
I see
is
what you're
needed
saying.
for the benefit of the film, not the benefit of egos or not, with the right director, I think it can be done. But again, that's just me.
I
I just
guess
have
I
to
can with the
see it.
right script and the right director, you probably could get away with it.
Yep.
But in the meantime, in between time, I want you guys to have a safe holiday. Enjoy your turkey day. Be
Enjoy.
safe. Have a good time. And we will be back, and not next week, but the week after next, with a new topic, Pop Culture Kids. And we got a great giveaway to give you. So God bless your soul and keep living. And we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace, love, and pop culture, people. Bye.
Kathy and Kenny here to say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies,
Thank you for
social
geeking out
pride.
with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and
Join
Kenny
us for
Explain
a
Pop
blast
Culture.
night.